we can try an exercise now on stopping time. Or another way, I will take that back. Let's say an exercise to realize that only the now is here. So become aware of the silence. Become aware of the silence. Keep your anchor completely in silence. We can do this for 3 or 4 minutes. Bring in some alertness. Keep your spine straight. Keep all your attention on silence. Silence. Now look for time. From your heart, just see, where is time? Where is time in silence? Everybody can do this. Where is the past in silence? Where is the future in silence? Don't follow any thought. One more time, be aware of silence. Where is time in silence? Eckhart said time is an illusion, right? And sometimes the mind will say, oh, it doesn't make sense. But now you can actually check for yourself. Where is time in silence? Look for time. Where is the past in silence? Look for the past in silence. Where is the future in silence? When there is no thought, there is no past, there is no future, what remains? What remains? Notice that in silence there is only the now. You don't have to find it, you don't have to seek it, you don't have to practice it. It's just here right now, so naturally present. With the arising of a thought arises a sense of the past or a sense of the future. A sense of me, other, and the world. In the absence of thought, there is only the truth of your being, the eternal now. No me, no other, no world, no past, no future, no time. With one decision to move your awareness to silence, the power of the infinite is recognized instantly when the heart is open. If the ego mind says, okay, it is silent, so what? Don't follow that, friends. Drop it. Be still and know God. In the stillness, you are knowing God. Trust in the masters. Okay, last 2 minutes. Being aware of the silence and knowing that the silence and now are synonymous. Silence is your most natural state, just forgotten, veiled. When you're aware of silence, you're aware of peace. You're aware of your infinite I. You're opening yourself to divine blessings that are only accessible in the now. At the level of the mind, you cut off from grace. The ego says, I can take care of this life. And the divine has no choice but to allow you to take care of your life. But when you say, yes, yes, divine, I want something more beautiful, more harmonious, more loving. So to be silent is to say yes to God. Friends, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I would love to sit like that in silence for a longer time. Maybe sometime we can do that. And also many of you have asked questions around healing, friends. So if you feel that healing by yourself is not getting you results or you're stuck, please reach out for help. Would anybody like to share how was the meditation for you? Could you see that in silence there is no time? In silence there is no past, there is no future. Okay, see, that's good. Okay, take it as a blessing, but it's not, but if it doesn't come the next time, it's totally all right. Peaceful? Yes. Yes, Irene. Time is not precious, the now is precious. And another quote I often say from Herb Fitch, time poses as a friend but never delivers. Make now the friend, make now your friend. Start trusting the now. Wonderful, Cynthia. So happy to read your feedback. What? Thank you so much. It is such a beautiful blessing, right? Just feel very, very happy, sitting in silence with all of you, and when you all reciprocate and just because you are the divine manifest, and your your recognition of yourself, which is the one self, is when you say it or when you share with me, it makes me very happy. Thank you so much. Jessica, yes, silence is very, very healing. Yes, sometimes we're not comfortable with silence, and then, we fall in love with silence. God's favorite language is silence. Beautiful, Cynthia. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you, Tammy. Yes, so peaceful, so beautiful. The great Zen master, Rinzai, in order to take his students' attention away from time, would often raise his finger and slowly ask, what? Okay, we can try together. What at this moment is lacking? Take a deep breath in and out, just so that it doesn't, you're centered in the body. What in this moment is lacking? Exactly, right? There's instant recognition. Oh my God, right? It's beautiful. A powerful question that does not require an answer at the level of the mind but is felt experientially in the heart. Okay? And I'm so blessed, yes, I really. And no matter what our life situation is, the now is very, very powerful. The now is beyond any life situation. So no matter what you're going through, friends, make healing and meditation your priority, because the divine has no limits. The ego will say, oh, I have so much to handle, it's very complicated. No, the divine has no limits, but you have to, take that step in trusting. And my course, Letting Grace In, there's a lesson on divine abundance, where the whole course is guided towards trusting in the divine for grace and abundance, not in the ego mind. Yes, that's true. Focusing on the present moment, it dispels anxiety. Okay. Another question is, if not now, when? If not now, when are you going to live your life? We can ponder that a little, friends. If not now, when? So the ego has been giving us answers our whole life, and says happiness just around the corner, just after this, if only I change my job, if only my partner changes, if only my children start listening to me. And another question I like is, what about the now? Suppose the mind is like going on a fixation about the past and future. Just take a deep breath in and out. Look around and say, what about the now? Can I value this now? Okay, then Eckhart says, as a place for mind and mind knowledge, it's the practical realm of day-to-day living. However, when it takes over all aspects of your life, including your relationships with other human beings and with nature, it becomes a parasite. Unchecked, may well end up killing all life on the planet and finally killing itself by killing its host. Break the old pattern of present moment denial and present moment resistance. Make it your habit to withdraw attention from past and future whenever they're not needed. If you resonated with that exercise of being aware of silence and looking for time, first just be aware of silence, look for time, look for past, look for future, and then just, rest in the silence. How does the mind pattern operate in your life? Are you always trying to get somewhere other than where you are? Is most of your doing just a means to an end? Right? You just want to finish this to go to the next thing. Is fulfillment always just around the corner, or confined to short-lived pleasures such as sex, food, drink, drugs, or thrills and excitement? Are you always focused on becoming, achieving, and attaining, or chasing some new thrill or pleasure? Just check, friends, if any of these traits are there. Just decide to work on releasing them. Do you believe that if you acquire more things, you will become more fulfilled, good enough, or psychologically complete? Are you waiting for a man or woman to give meaning to your life? In the normal mind-identified or unenlightened state of consciousness, the power and infinite creative potential that lie concealed in the now are completely obscured by psychological time. Right? Your life then loses its vibrancy, its freshness, its sense of wonder. The old patterns of thought, emotion, behavior, reaction, and desire are acted out endlessly, acted out in endless repeat performances. A script in your mind that gives you an identity of sorts, but distorts or covers up the reality of the now. The mind then creates an obsession with the future as an escape from the unsatisfactory present. You may find it hard to recognize that time is the cause of your suffering or your problems. You believe that they are caused by a specific situation in your life. This is very important, friends. You believe that the problems are caused by a specific situation in your life, and seen from a conventional viewpoint, this is true. But until you have dealt with the basic problem-making dysfunction of the mind, its attachment to the past and future and denial of the now, problems are actually interchangeable. If all your problems or perceived causes of suffering or unhappiness were miraculously removed for you today, but you had not become more present, more conscious, you would soon find yourself with a similar set of problems or cause of suffering, like a shadow that follows you wherever you go. Ultimately, there is only one problem, the time-bound mind itself. Okay, so wherever the mind is, even if all your problems are wiped out, you'll see that in time it comes back again, the psychological ego mind. So he says ultimately there is only one problem, the time-bound mind itself. Right? Another way I would say is, is all problems are an opportunity to see that only God is present. For those of you who are more inclined towards awakening, for me, some of the problems persisted till I could see that every single person is the divine. It takes a lot of work. It is awakening itself, right? Where you can see every single person as the divine. So for me, many problems got cleared as I moved to higher levels of consciousness, but some of them persisted till I could see, the so-called good person, so-called bad person, so-called, person who is controlling, so-called everything, right? Whatever the divisions of the mind, till I could erase them and see every single person that comes to my awareness, comes into my experience as God, some problems remained. Sarah, there are two courses, Sarah. One is Letting Grace In. It's a 7-day short course which opens you up, to infinite grace. It gives you pointers. So there is lessons on divine abundance, divine gratitude. It is just a completely different way of seeing grace and abundance. Okay, the second course is Healing Emotions with Divine Love and Surrender. This is a course on emotional healing, but with a spiritual perspective. It's not a mind-based perspective. It's based on your true self. It's based on love, tenderness, and surrender to the divine. Cynthia, everywhere I look, I see the face of God. Yes. So that, I feel, is another way of, putting it. All problems are resolved when you can see that there is only God. But it may not be suitable for everyone. It depends on where you are in the journey. Right? So please take my words, with a pinch of salt. So it depends on where we are in the journey. I have a lot more to do today than you think. I'm still here and I'm not sure if I'm doing anything else, but I'm just trying to do something fun at home. Okay, Flash, I don't know how it is relevant to this. Nicole, identifying with body-mind complexes causes suffering. The one infinite awareness is having the experience of many. Yes, very beautiful, Nicole. Just that one, just like the one ocean is having the experience of many waves, it is the one self, there is the only one self here taking on, the experience of Flash, Nicole, Tammy. All of us are different modulations of the one self. But the truth is there is only one. Yes, Tammy. It's a beautiful, kind of, even if you can do it 10 minutes a day as a practice, that whoever comes into your mind or whoever's in your experience, direct experience, just say, this is divine appearing as this person, right? Okay, so I'm coming to the end of the session, friends. He says, the person is talking about their life situation. He says life situation exists in time. And first of all, I think replacing the word problem with life situation is also good, because it's a situation and it's going to end sometime. Your life situation exists in time. Your life is now. Your life situation is mind stuff. Your life is real. Find the narrow gate that leads to I. It's called the now. Your life situation may be full of problems, but find out if you have any problem in this moment. Focus your attention on the now and tell me what problem you have at this moment. We can do this together. Focus your attention on the now. You can do it with your eyes open, friends. Just be aware of the space in the room. Be aware of colors and objects. And as you're aware of the space, ask yourself the question, keep your awareness intently on space. Is there any problem now? Keep your awareness on space. Is there any problem now? There may be situations that you have to deal with, right? But the more you go into this vertical dimension of now, more you have more clarity. More wisdom can flow into the life situation and give you clarity on how to resolve it. Thank you, Flash. In the state, this is the last reading. In the state of wholeness, could we still be able to or willing to pursue external goals? Of course, but you will not have the illusory expectation that anything or anybody in the future will save you or make you happy. As far as your life situation is concerned, there may be things to be attained or acquired. That's the world of form, of gain and loss. Yet, on a deeper level, you are already complete. And when you realize that, there is a playful, joyous energy behind what you do. Now, whatever you do, your sense of self is not invested in that, because you have found the truth that you are complete by yourself, right? So what happens is, when you are already complete, whatever you're doing becomes playful, joyful and light. Okay? Now you being free of psychological time, you no longer pursue your goals with grim determination, driven by fear, anger, discontent or the need to become someone. nor will you remain inactive through fear of failure, which to the ego is a loss of self. When your deeper sense of self is derived from being, when you're free of becoming as a psychological need, neither your happiness nor your sense of self depends on the outcome. So there is freedom from fear. You don't seek permanency where it cannot be found. It's beautiful. You don't seek permanency where it cannot be found in the world of form, of gain and loss, birth and death. You don't demand that situations, conditions, places or people should make you happy and then suffer when they don't live up to your expectations. Everything is honored, but nothing matters. Everything is honored, but nothing matters. Forms are born and die, yet you are aware of the eternal underneath all forms. You know that nothing real can be threatened and nothing real can be lost. So the love in your heart is your state. It is your true nature. Sorry, it's not a state. It's your true nature. So that love, actually, nobody can give it to you. Nobody can take it away. It is your divine right, your divine nature. When this is your state of being, how can you not succeed? You have succeeded already. See, thank you for your donation. Yes, Nico, that's beautiful. Everything is honored, but nothing really matters, right? You are peaceful wherever you are. You could be in a room alone, you're peaceful. You're in the park, you're peaceful. You're in a crowded mall, you still have that peace. That cannot be taken away once, you really embody that. Elizabeth, thank you for your donation. So just taking a moment to honor this now, friends. Just being here now. Being total, not fragmented. Okay, do you all want to share? How did you feel about the session? And if you feel like donating, you can do that now, friends. You can also support my work by sharing my courses and my audios. See, that is wonderful. See, it's a beautiful grace, right? So what happens is the journey by itself, can be challenging. So it's very important to keep in touch with the teacher, keep in touch with the community, to be consistently working on the healing, because it takes as long as it takes, right? Awakening, healing, this. But what you really achieve is a state of unconditional peace and love. So there are some sacrifices to be made. There is some effort, but what I can say is worth it. Eckhart Tolle himself, when asked what is your biggest achievement, instead of pointing to his success or his best-selling book, he said, I don't have the compulsion to think, right? And so, which is, he feels the greatest achievement, because when you don't have the compulsion to think, you are in the now. You are in the womb of the divine. You are open to all possibilities. You feel the love of the divine. So, so many different things. So, that's why I feel looking inwards and the inward journey is the most important thing, most important investment, for lack of a better word, that any person can do. Tamiko, thank you for your donation. Barbara, yes, this will be recorded, and I have another online community where I share the recordings. So if you're interested, you can message me on Insight Timer. I can share you the link of that community. Thank you, Nicole. Welcome, Say. Mary, thank you for your donation. Thank you, Tamiko. I feel expanded. Beautiful, Irene. Thank you, Say. Okay, Nicole, I'm not very sure about that because sometimes it does take longer. I think it also depends on how much time and dedication you have for the journey, what kind of teachers you meet. Because sometimes for me, I think a lot of time was, in exploring what teachings were right for me. So sometimes, with the wrong guidance, I was just stuck for months and maybe even a year sometimes. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Joshua. Yes, Nicole. And how much trauma we have. I think there are many factors. But what I can say is with dedication and sincerity, what will happen is slowly you will find more gaps of now, more gaps of silence. You'll start realizing that, when somebody's saying something and you're triggered, there's also an awareness that you're being triggered. The turnaround time for your healing reduces. Earlier, maybe for days together, you would be upset about something, and then with time, you realize that you feel better sooner. So these are the signs that will help you. Your meditations are more effortless. So these are the signs that will make you realize that yes, I'm on the right path. Yes, triggers are treasures. It's like, yes, invitation to go within. Like Rumi said, the wound is where the light enters. So we would all like to feel only peaceful and blissful, but even the triggers are pointing to pockets of energy which are contracted and lacking in love. And it's very important to release them. Yes, Alice, triggers are teachers too. Yes. Thank you everyone for joining me today. So maybe you can keep some of the questions in your awareness till the next session. What about the now? Right? I think what that Zen master said, that was really good. What at this moment is lacking, right? So if that pointer works for you, keep pausing and saying, what at this moment is lacking? It breaks that ego pattern of always feeling something is wrong. So many inner reaches on this path, yes. Process has been gradual, but growth in momentum and depth, yes, Sharon. So also, just having the trust that the Divine knows how to navigate this journey. On our part, we just do whatever we have to do with sincerity and trust. Thank you everyone for joining me today.